What's up, my people?
All right, what's going on?
Ain't nothing going on.
Ain't nothing but the rent.
I know it.
Hey.
I had the wrong link.
See, look here. I don't know about that, but y'all, welcome back, folks. We're back on the Rabble. We missing a familiar face. Host Julius Hall is out, changing the world, but we still got our other hosts, Bernard, Chandra, and Tiffany. I'm just here being a fly on the wall. So, y'all, what's going on?
Ain't nothing. Glad to see y'all, on a Wednesday night. Man, it done got crazy within 24 hours.
Yeah, I believe it. But Bernard, what's that behind you? Velvet? What is that, Velvet?
Hey, I had to bring up something new.
And he got on his look like his satin pajamas
on your night. And let out your hair back. Hey.
I'm feeling myself.
Yeah, I see,
Look, hey, we're gonna do this lightning round because look, Jay Jones, where you at? Well, excuse me, Hype, we're waiting on you. But Hype Jones will tell on you, so we better do right. All right, producer, we ready for that lightning round. I hope y'all got y'all documents ready. So we see Liz Cheney, who told Donald Trump to kick rocks. The GOP in Wyoming, she identifies as Republican. Her own party in Wyoming said, you ain't no real Republican. What's your thoughts, folks? Lightning round.
You know what? I'm tired of them. She is a genuine woman, she's honest. Mm-hmm. And if honesty does not pay these days, F you. I mean, that's where she's at with it all, because she's not willing to compromise herself just to be a part of that party. She said it the other day. I was watching the CNN special. Whatever, did y'all watch that special that she was on?
I went the lightning round shot. You got tired on nothing now.
So anyway, she's not willing to compromise herself. I applaud her.
Yeah.
All right, Bernard, what you say?
She always been that way. At the end of the day, you know what was going on? Finally, somebody is stepping up to them. So at the end of the day, they always been, Trump and all of them running. So she's speaking her mind. I mean, hey, a lot of them should come and follow her lead, not only in the Republican, Democrat too. I mean, not only that, the whole society, man, people need to start speaking their mind and stop being afraid to, with the backslash coming from speaking your mind. I don't really care.
Right. Okay. All right, Tiffany, what you say? And bring Daniel over here. Hey, y'all got to meet this young man who's doing some powerful things in Athens, but bring him over. But Tiffany, what you say about this foolishness within Wyoming?
I don't speak on it because I just don't speak on it. I don't speak on it.
Yeah, I'll close off with this here.
Yeah.
My thing is this, and I identify how I identify as far as the Democratic Party, and I'm a proud paid member of the CCDC, Chatham County Democratic Party. For those of you who are interested in the school board, vote for me for the 5th district. However, and if my folk do wrong, if Hype Jones, Jay Jones, who's the chair of the Democratic Party, do some things that ain't right, I'm gonna say, brother, you ain't doing them things right, and it is what it is. The thing is, the party has gotten, that particular party, in my personal opinion, has gotten off track on, like you said, Charlotte, what's honest, what's real, and what's for the people. And we're gonna move on to the next subject. What's your Black Friday plans?
What?
Black Friday. Don't act like you don't know. You shop.
Shit. I'm gonna stay right. Hey.
We're going Bernard first. He's gonna buy more velvet.
Is that really a thing anymore?
Why are you gonna take this man time? Rude,
not really.
Hey, now go ahead, Sonya. Go ahead, Jill. Go ahead. Ladies first.
It's not really a thing anymore. Black Friday is not a thing. It's not really a thing anymore.
No, people, stores are doing Black Friday sales like now. Like I actually, got me an air fryer today for $50.
You know what?
On Black
Friday.
Walmart, and then they have 55 inches here in Athens for $300.
Let me roll on now. It's only an hour away. Let me pull up.
Yeah. There you go. No.
Go ahead, Bernard.
I'm gonna save my money and stay black.
Hello.
You want to buy more toes?
Exactly.
You buy more toes.
That's it. I ain't got time for all that.
Hey, you keep the toes clean up, but now I got something for you.
I got a
Rebecca
question.
Rose, how you doing? All right, y'all. You gonna celebrate Christmas, Kwanzaa, or another holiday? We'll start with Tiffany.
Bernard asked a question.
Hey, RJ, you're going too fast. Slow down.
I'm following the rules.
We got time.
Because it's a time for all of the stores that's been in the red.
Well, we got other stuff. He didn't read his agenda, Chandra. He didn't read his agenda. I appreciate Chandra Tiffany for acknowledging the hard work I put in.
Oh, sorry. I didn't read it.
I bet you read that Natural Light.
I did. It told me to keep on popping.
Look, let me tell you side note. Let me tell you how Bernard doing. Bernard was saying try to get me in trouble, and on Friday night, oh, Julius Hall's the best thing. Julius Hall make bread and peanut butter and jelly. And
Yep. That's what he gonna do.
Oh Lord, honey, Thundo.
Hey,
don't let him do it.
You say be yourself, right? No matter what show
I'm messing with you. You know I'm messing with you. We gotta make the people laugh.
Hey, don't let him do it.
I'm gonna be good. RG, I told you.
You can be yourself. I just don't want us to go into the America After Dark language, because that boy Friday, y'all, if you go see that episode, my God.
Hey, RG, you beat me on that one, man.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I wasn't on that show. I'll just watch it.
All right.
Nah.
Understood.
Now, Nature Boy and the Radar Superstar might show up, but I don't know about the motherfucker. I can't do all that.
Okay. And hype.
Yeah, boy, hype boy, I tell you. But y'all, Christmas, Kwanzaa, or do you celebrate something different? Multiple celebrations.
You know what? I think the longer it go, the older you get, you get out of it. You get out of the Christmas, you get out of that. You just, with me, hey, you just glad to be alive and celebrating with grandkids, kids. So that's basically with me. That's it. I'm just glad to be alive and celebrate with my little kids and nephews and stuff. So that's what it's for. Older people, man, we gonna drink some coffee and just watch football all day.
Yeah. I'm with you. After all this pandemic and stuff like that, you know, I'm just gonna be happy for another year and being able to be with my family, you know, no matter what the hell we celebrate, and I don't give a damn. You know, Kwanzaa, you know, whatever, you know. Yeah. I mean, and we do our pajama parties on Christmas now.
Yeah.
You know. So that's cool.
Yeah. You know what? We need to be honest, we need to get rid of all these holidays. We need to be celebrating life.
Boy, look at him.
You know,
yeah,
man. That's what we need to be saying. Every day God wake us up, that's a celebration.
You ain't kidding.
Yep. I feel you on that. I feel you on
Miss
that.
Tiffany, what you got flowing on your end?
Well, I celebrate Christmas. I guess I would consider myself as a new black. You know, I've gotten more interested in Kwanzaa, whereas, you know, in school we learned about it maybe a day. They taught us a little bit about Kwanzaa, and then you move right on past it. So I'm learning a little bit more about Kwanzaa. Hopefully, in the upcoming years, will be more Kwanzaa and less Christmas.
That's real.
But you know, it turns up on New Year's.
True. I think I agree with all of y'all in that, you know, while you recognize the dominant holiday that you were raised under and socialized to recognize like myself, it's acknowledging also your ancestry, your ancestors, but the family time. Like with me, most of us know watching in on this panel, you know, I'm dealing with a 94-year-old. He just turned 94. And a 90-year-old. So family is very, very important. We don't even do gifts anymore. I mean, we look out for my brother who we take care of that. But it's all about just having them here and knowing that God gave me the blessing to have them around a little bit longer. And so that in itself is a gift. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. You're right. You know, it's kind of hard to get upbeat on a lot of stuff because of what this country going through with the pandemic and killing all. It's hard to, even though we thankful to be here on this earth, but man, it's a lot to be. You be sitting your head just crying, to be honest. Like, man, where this world coming from?
Y'all see what Mr. Hall playing, man? He just can't go sit down somewhere.
Where is he?
Dr. Hall, I want you to bet 2 more Christmas trees for the lawn. Since this one here won't listen, get 2 more trees. He gonna have them put up in the lawn for you. But nah, y'all. So it's about to be the holidays. I dare say Thanksgiving because I don't like to acknowledge that word because it was against indigenous people. But we'll use it for the sake of context. But for holidays, what are y'all doing? Turkey or barbecue?
Both.
Hot toes.
Turkey.
We doing barbecue and oysters.
Really? I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I mean, well, we doing an oyster roast. I mean, you know, because our family we like seafood, so we doing oyster roast, fish fry, you know, stuff like that. and we doing traditional for the people that like traditional, but we doing oysters and barbecue. So
that's what's up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the whole weekend we got some stuff going on, you know. So every
But
day.
you gonna be in the Coastal Empire?
Yeah, I'm coming to Savannah. I'll be down there probably pull it out on Wednesday and stay there to Monday, and whatever they cooking, I'm gonna be there eating it. Trust me. You know, I want to get a good, really and truly, to be honest, you know, I do a lot of cooking, and when I go to Savannah, you know, I deserve them just cooking for me and treat me like the king that I am.
Oh,
No, I swear, I get treated like a king up here with my baby and my daughter Brandy, but
he's trying to clean it up. He's trying to clean it up. You see that? You see the clean up? You saw the clean up, Rob?
Clean up, man. Hey.
It's not like home cooking.
Ain't nobody got no fish fry going?
Yeah, I got a fish. We got a fish
fry. Well, you ain't gonna be in Savannah. They ain't helping me.
I'm going to your house.
We're gonna be in Savannah.
This is self-serving right now.
Yeah, we're gonna be in Savannah. I'm gonna be in Savannah.
Oh, I need you to put that. I need you to check. Text me that address. But nah, I'm pick you up. We're gonna roll on over there.
Yeah. I'll be right down.
Okay.
Pick me up and we'll go.
Then we might roll after. What y'all doing in Athens, Tiffany?
Yeah.
It's always traditional in Athens. Turkey. It's turkey, even when it's not Thanksgiving.
And a natural light.
So,
because Bernard need a natural light.
Rob, there you go. Rob, you know how to play cards?
What you trying to say? What you trying to say? Do I know how to play spades? If that's what you're trying to say? Because I can beat your spades easily. I mean, you can bring it. You can bring it.
Okay, so we're having we're doing spades on Friday. You know, I need a partner. You know,
okay.
It you know, if you're available, you know.
Is that a shout out? What's the question? Hold on, producer. Let's see. But now what they say? What they say right in this comment? We the only one with glasses. I call your name.
Do you think that these holidays, these are the holidays of gluttony, drunkenness, and partying for the next couple of months will result in more sickness for the new year that will be blamed on COVID?
Oh, good one. Y'all take that.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I do think that we need to be together, you know, because for the last 2 years we haven't been together.
Right.
You know,
and also caution yourself. Like, I mean, we all have a sense of choice of rationale that's in the Bible. So we know if we're going to be around people, you know, that we haven't necessarily been around, family members included, then, you know, wear your mask, wash your hands, be cautious when you leave out. If you're going to go to the club, you know, wear your mask, wash your hands. But I honestly do think, like, after the holidays that there is going to be like a news segment on the rising of COVID. Like, I just feel it.
But
even if it's not true.
Yeah, if you are not vaccinated, Bernard, don't go carrying your ass all over the damn place. You know, don't go carrying your ass all over the place. You know, I'm just saying.
You can't go to the fish fry.
Hey.
Well, no.
Hey.
You know, I'm just saying.
That's so low down and nasty.
Hey.
No, I'm just saying. We want to see you in February of 2022. You know, I mean, because it's like my nephew, him and my niece, they went to the club and then they got sick. And he had no underlying, you know, thing. He was 37 years old and now he's gone, you know. So you're much older, sir, you know. So I'm just saying.
No, but that's real. That's real. Yeah. And honestly, it's just, I'm not blaming the country on that. It's just, I just hate that humankind is to the place where we've got to create virus, because the virus is created. If you don't know it, then it is.
Yeah.
And we've gotten to that place to where, that's just too much. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think if we all govern, if we all govern ourselves, we know that the guidelines as far as keeping ourselves protected. And I'm not vaccinated either. I'm the only person in my family actually that's not vaccinated. And I feel like in this upcoming season, being able to see family members that, to be honest, since COVID started, me and my family has really been close. They all have the vaccinations as well as the booster shots. My grandma had the booster shot and still caught COVID again. But I just know, just protect yourself, wear your mask. If you don't feel good, stay at home. It's common sense, I feel like, at this point. Like we're 2 years in.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what has been making me, keeping me so,
we got you.
It's been keeping me so guarded from being around people because I'm tired of losing people.
No,
I have, since this pandemic has happened, I've gone to 15 virtual funerals and 2 in-person funerals, and I'm exhausted,
Yeah.
Which brings us to our next, our first topic, really, and that's talking about vaccines and COVID. So what's the deal, and how do y'all feel about, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, the mandates that they have out there? So it's a 3-pronged approach, right? Federal workers, medical workers, and I think private companies. What do you feel about the mandates and those, on those 3 different levels?
I feel like
I'm going to be.
What'd you say, Tiff?
No, go ahead.
I hope I'm not unlike, but I feel like at the beginning of the coronavirus, like our first responders was like on the front line before a cure, before the vaccine. And so for them now to be on the chopping block, I think that is a slap in the face. I think it is a testament to how unhumane a government can be as far as pushing, the vaccine. Because we never got reports of massive doctors dying, massive, nurses dying, massive frontline workers dying. We didn't get those reports at the beginning of COVID. So now that there's a vaccine and a booster shot, then you either take it or, you're fired. And these were our heroes. Like, everybody had commercials with nurses on them. And now it's just like, it sucks to me. I think it should be your choice.
Yeah.
Well, Tiff, I don't know what news you were watching, but there were a lot of doctors dying. There were a lot of nurses dying. Frontline workers, police officers dying. And now that there's a vaccination, they shouldn't have to die. It should be the flu, in their lives. And I think that the only way that sometimes you can get people to comply with things is to make it a mandate, just like in order for us to go, to work in certain places, we have to have certain things. In order to work in the hospital, when I worked in the hospital, even as I was not working with patients, but I was the quality manager for Memorial Hospital. but I still had to have all my shots up to date, and I still had to have a technique shot, and I still had to do a TB thing, so there was still mandates on me, even though I probably would not be coming in contact with them on a regular basis, So if that's a mandate for you to have your job, then so be it, And if I can't have a felony in order to work with children, that's the mandate.
Yeah. Hey, I honestly, I agree. I agree and I disagree. At the end of the day, I'm like this him. I have a choice to do whatever I want to do with my body. I have a choice. If I want to walk in the middle of that street and get hit by a car, I have a choice. I have a choice to roll my sleeve up and say, hey, okay, give me the shot. I have a choice. I have a choice to do any damn thing I want to do. To me, at the end of the day, I have a choice. Everybody else have a choice to do what they feel like right. If I have a choice between taking the shot and losing my job or whatever like that, at the end of the day, I got a backup plan. At the end of the day, I can continue to go back and work for my damn self. At the end of the day, you shouldn't be telling people, oh, if you don't get the shot, then you can't work. That's just like saying if you don't get the shot, you can't pay your house note, or you can't pay your water bill or your light bill. At the end of the day, okay, go to work, stay in the house. It's people's choice. It's people's choice to do whatever they want to do at life, and it's not even about the shot. It's people's choice to do whatever they want to do to make them comfortable with their family or not their family. And at the end of the day, I be you know what? It's a choice. I'm gonna leave it like that.
Well, what's interesting? What's interesting to me, real quick. Let me say this. What's interesting to me and I'm gonna make this political because I just want to. It blows my mind. It's interesting to me how Republicans want to tell a woman how to reproduce, but yet they want to make it such. And I agree with you, but I agree with everything I've heard. But I'm so blown at the Republicans. Like, how you gonna tell a woman what to do with their reproductive organs and body, but then you gonna talk about choice, Republicans?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How you gonna be evangelistic, but then you want to hang folks? Get your stuff together. That's my comment. I mean,
Yeah.
But let's start. Also, in your next comments, what about these masks? I mean, I agree with Bernard. It is a choice. But then what about the masks?
Yeah. You know what?
Exactly.
I'm like I said, I am so tired of this country. I'm gonna try not to cuss, so I'm gonna try to. I can express myself without cussing, so I'm working on that. I got counseling today about my girlfriend. She told me to work on myself. I'm like this him. I am so tired of this country telling us what to do, when to do it, okay, what to say, when to say it. At the end of the day, I'm tired. I'm almost 60 years old. I'm going to do what the hell I want to do. Ain't nobody going to tell me what to do. I pay my own bills and do whatever I want, work for my own self. At the end of the day, sometimes you got to stand up for what you feel instead of stand up what is right. Case closed.
Okay, but at the end of the day, if these people put a mandate in place, I mean, because I don't know about you guys, but I want to be gainfully employed. I want to be able to still live at the quality of life that I'm used to. So when they said that federal employees had to, they didn't even have to tell me that because I had already gotten all my vaccinations. But when they said this, it was a no-brainer to me, that if they put that mandate in, I'm going to do this because it's one of the qualifications for me to keep my job. So if you don't want your job, hey, don't do it. That's okay. because they will replace you with somebody that will be compliant. That's at the end of the day. And it's not a slap in the face to the frontline employees, because that's just one of the qualifications, Tiff. Just like all of the other mandates that they put on us as employees.
It should be a mandate.
I think one thing that the pandemic has also taught us that a lot of people are surviving without those jobs that they thought that they once couldn't. And a lot of people are tired of being compliant. What has compliancy, being complacent, gotten us? I mean, like I said, I know people who have the virus, who have gotten vaccinated as well as the booster shots, who still got COVID. So
nobody's ever said that it would protect you from getting COVID. It just said that you probably wouldn't die.
No one should be crucified for their choice. Period.
Right.
Whether I choose to get vaccinated, you choose to be vaccinated, I shouldn't be crucified for choosing not to be vaccinated, and you shouldn't be crucified for being vaccinated. That's where the silver line is. We're all divided because, you should have got vaccinated. No, that's my choice. Just like if I choose to go and get an abortion, that's my choice.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So what do y'all feel about the school board?
True.
What do y'all feel about school board? Should the school boards mandate it, or should the school boards make it option for students?
No, what it is this. What should be mandated?
Where should the school board show up in all this? Board of Education. Because they have policy writing.
I feel like because we're dealing with mass children, we're not mask, but mass groups of children. We're dealing with groups of people. And if you don't want to do it for yourself, this is not a self thing. I'm not doing this for myself because, hell, I work at home and I don't have to be around other people. I'm doing it for my neighbor that might be, I'm doing it for my mother who's 83 years old, and I go out a lot, but I still want to see my mother and I still want to hug her and kiss her, when I do see her.
And really quick, I want to pause. We're going to shift. Hold on, Bernard, we'll come back. I got to give a shout out because I would never hear it down, but shout out and happy Founders Day to the men of Omega Sapphire Fraternity Incorporated. Mr. Jimmy J, I think, understands the organization, but we had to give that shout out. Bernard, it's back to you, my friend.
Sean, I didn't ask for that now. I didn't ask for that. Don't beat me up. I didn't ask for that now.
And thank you for joining us.
Cool. I love y'all from a distance.
Yeah. Ooh,
thank you.
We ain't going there to last. That's Bernard.
Hey, but you know what, Sonia? You know what? It's like, we all gonna have different opinions. And I love your death, and I love your opinion and how you feel about it. Tiffany, I love your opinion, how you feel about it. RJ, Jay, all us have our different opinion, and all of us have a choice of doing what we want to do at the end of the day. And I think with this pandemic, this COVID, it have really and truly, not only that we already separating from our people in this country, this have split us right down the middle. We got people who got the shot and we got people who don't have the shot, and we going back and forth at each other, do boom, 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 boom. At the end of the day, just pray and however you feel, that's how you feel at the end of the day. And they doing a mandate. I'm gonna say this here. Why don't they do a damn mandate to give us our rights in this country? Why don't they do a mandate when they can stop these policemen for killing these young kids? Why don't we get a mandate where we can stop our killers killing our kids? Why don't we get a mandate with you telling us what to do? Why don't you do the right thing and give us what we need? Get us our 40 acres in a damn mule. And that's all I got to say.
Hey, Julius, I got more people than you got. Moving on to Jan and Dominique.
Hey, Dominique.
Hello.
Dominique. My favorite lyricist.
Aw, thank you so much. It might sound good. Is my sound echoing?
You sound perfect. Sound perfect.
You
So
good?
what we talking about, Dominic and Jay, is we were talking about the school systems and how should they mandate or just suggest a vaccine for the student.
I don't think that they should make it mandatory. I mean, personally, I don't think they should make it mandatory because I think it should still be a personal choice. But I think that at the end of the day, like the ultimate goal, I feel like everybody has the same end goal. They want everyone to be safe. They want everybody to, nobody wants anyone to get sick. But as far as like interfering with schools and like parents and students and families, I feel like it's a little too I feel like it's overstepping a little bit to make it mandatory. That's my personal opinion.
And enough kids have not passed away, but enough adults have passed away from this to say, and it's disrupted enough commerce and business.
Well, let's look at it from a policy standpoint. Okay. Policy tends to provide a framework or guardrails per se. And sometimes I think school boards get in the way of the production of what should be happening around learning. How do you make a successful learning culture? That's by protecting every student, in my personal opinion. You all are parents, you understand that better than I do, right? So you would want to protect your child and the next child. My only thing is how policy should be built, in my thoughtful, opinion, in a way that, if you're not going to do the vaccine, because it's a parent choice. I totally believe in that. If you're not going to do a vaccinate your child, then you need to make sure that they are properly protected by wearing masks and or other methods that's going to keep them safe and their peers and the teachers safe. And so I think when you start thinking about that, because you got to think about these folks are not only around each other for a majority of the day, but they're eating, they're touching surfaces, restrooms, and so you got to be mindful of all that stuff.
Exactly. And these the same way a child spreads a cold quicker than any goddamn body, they're human damn peach tree dishes. You know this. So I mean, if you're gonna get anything, you're gonna get it from a kid. So they either need to be masked all day, but you have these people showing up at the school board meetings saying, I don't want my child to be masked all day. My child is being affected by the mask and blah, blah, blah. But then on the other hand, now they don't want their child to be vaccinated. Okay, you can't have it always. You can't have it always. And you definitely don't want your child to be home with you. Okay? Because we already did that experiment last year. All right? So you didn't want your child to be home. You don't want your child to be masked. And you don't want your child to be vaccinated.
Well, and that's different from the other parents. I'm not sure all parents would agree with all three statements. I think, in my opinion, and you parents, because Tiffany and Bernard are parents and Jay as well, I mean, you have three options in front of you, maybe a fourth. The fourth option is homeschooling. So, I mean, in those four options or fifth that you might think of, how would you all approach it?
Well, I send my children to school with masks on every day. I have a first grader, a second grader, a sixth grader, and a seventh grader. So I have 2 in elementary and 2 in middle school. And every day I make sure they have their mask on. No, will I get them vaccinated? Absolutely not. But will I send them to school with the proper protection? Absolutely. Hand sanitizer? Absolutely. Mask? Absolutely. Extra mask? Absolutely. Vaccination? Absolutely not.
But Tiffany,
Bernard and Jay. Come on now, Chandra. Let the parents, Bernard and Jay, we got the parents in.
Go ahead, Jay. Hey, go ahead, little bro.
I'm a parent. But what about
you talk shit now?
I know it. Go ahead, Jay.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. At first, me even personally myself, I didn't even believe in the trust of the vaccine when it first came out because I just don't trust government when it comes to those kind of things. However, understanding moving forward and moving into the day and time we're at now, we're even considering taking our child out of school and homeschooling because my thing is, I heard you, Tiffany, as far as putting the mask on, but that means we're trusting the teachers, we're trusting the principals, we're trusting everybody to ensure that everybody in that school system, and we're giving them for 9 hours of that school system to trust them to make sure that everything is going to. So my thing is, I have to weigh: do I do the vaccine or not do the vaccine? Because, I have to trust somebody, and my thing is the only person I trust is my wife because I think me and my wife are going to be able to make the best final decisions when it comes to my child.
Real.
And so,
That's real right now.
when it comes down to it, I'm glad the vaccine is out there. I was slow to move on getting the vaccine for myself because I just don't trust government when it came to that kind of stuff because of what they did to African Americans, as far as what they did African Americans experience in Tuskegee projects and all those other things like that. And Ferrante is making a lot of valid points. This is big business, and somebody is economically benefiting from this. And so I look at the whole myopic picture of it, not just how it affects my body, but how it's actually affecting the whole stream of things when it comes down to the finances. Johnson & Johnson they made billions of dollars off this. Moderna's made billions of dollars off this. These companies have made billions of dollars off this stuff. And my thing is, guess what? It doesn't mean it's not a black or white thing. They're making billions of dollars off of everybody because federal government is tapping into it. I can even tell you plastic companies are making billions of dollars because you know what? You got to have the needle. Metal companies are making billions of dollars because you have to have that needle on the needle. And so in the packaging companies it's billions of dollars being made off of this thing right here. And see, we're not going to hear this until maybe 2 or 3 years down the line when we really start seeing the scenes of, okay, well, this is where all this money was made at. And so, it's hard for me to trust government because government's let down black people for a long time in my lifetime. And so my thing is, how do you give trust to them when it comes to that piece?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's
right.
not just
my thing is
taking this.
John,
it's not.
Please, girl, we come back. You ain't going nowhere.
Well, shit.
We'll come back to you, Sean. I promise you.
Go ahead, Bernard.
All right. I'm gonna say this.
We're gonna jump you when we see you.
Listen, I think everybody that's on this panel, I agree with your opinion. But with me, mine is a different thing. I work with little kids, big kids. I be around parents, adults, basketball players, volleyball players. Our organization at Swanee is, we be around, especially when basketball starts, we be around so many people starting this weekend and next week, all the way to February. You got kids, we got an after school program. You got kids come in with masses, and some of them don't, but I'm gonna believe this. I'm gonna believe this here. My faith is so strong. My faith is so strong that I believe that, I'm gonna be okay at the end of the day. And I can't tell people what to do. Wear your mask, all that. Only thing I can do is this here. I can just, keep praying for me, y'all, and everybody else, and live I'm the type of person, I never live my life scary. And we're gonna leave this world one day, whether we leave it on COVID, or whether we leave it with somebody done shot, or whether we leave it with old age or whatever. I'm not afraid at the end of the day. Only thing I'm afraid is just to leave my daughter here by herself. At the end of the day, I'm gonna do what's right for me. And if it come that time where I say, you know what, if it come that time I have to take the shot, then I'm gonna do what I have to do. But at the end of the day, just enjoy your life and stop worrying about taking the shot, not taking the shot. Enjoy your family. Let's just enjoy each other. It's a higher above us. God got us. At the end of the day, God got us. Everything happened for a reason. Everything happened for a reason. I'm going to keep on smiling with these kids. I'm going to keep on hugging them. I'm going to keep on opening the door and say, hey, game time 8:30. Let's do what we need to do. And people who playing sports, they really don't care. They're just happy that their kids is out there having a good time, and we just enjoying each other. And that's white, black, Asian, no matter what color it is. And like I said, Sonia, I understand what you're saying, and everybody have their opinion. Let's just enjoy our life and laugh and be happy. I'm just tired.
Shonda, you wrap it up. What you got to say?
This is the reason why I got my son vaccinated, because I don't trust people, and I don't trust people hugging my children, my child. I don't trust Republicans to send their damn children to school with a damn mask. And I don't trust kids to keep their mask on all damn day. Okay? And that's just period, because there's peer pressure. Because if nobody else in that classroom has on their mask, guess what your child not going to do? Keep on his mask all day.
Chandra, I want to throw this out as a caveat. And I don't mean to stir no trouble, because I got vaccinated because I'm around my mom and daddy, and I did what my dad asked me to do, out of respect. And the shit had me sick. But do we worry enough about these children being vaccinated as we worry about these children wearing condoms when they having sex? We don't.
Well, I worry about that too.
That's a good one.
Think about it.
That's one.
Do you make sure your child wearing that condom? I'm just saying. Let's be real.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
So you sure that child wearing that condom?
I bought him a sir.
You bought, but you make sure.
I worry.
You see what I'm saying? I took the vaccine, so I'm with you on that, because I had to, because of
Yeah.
However, I always think about the other scenarios of this. We can't trust that child gonna put that condom on because I bought it for them.
No, because I
just wanted to think broader.
Yeah, I talked to him about that.
Great, and Bernard. I'm sure Bernard talked to his daughter about being around people with COVID, but that don't mean she gonna wear that mask. And that's why I'm not agreeing with one side. I want to think broader.
I wish they would come out with a damn shot for goddamn boys that protect them from goddamn getting folk damn pregnant.
Well, the female too. I'm just saying, but we're gonna move on. I just want to throw a little bit out there for us to kind of think through. Next subject.
These damn days, it's the girls that
I'm just saying,
whether they have an abortion or not.
Hey,
you're right. That's what
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. America's so hard on that shot, but they couldn't be so hard on that condom. But we're gonna move on to the juxtaposition: Rittenhouse versus Arbery. We see the judge in the Rittenhouse case being a whole bitch about things. Excuse my language. I say what I say. I am who I am. Being a whole letting things just go. He don't have no weapons charges now. So we got that going on. And Lord,
goddamn, Daddy coming home. Daddy done came home, dog.
But hold on, we got that, and we got a Ahmaud Arbery trial. So Julius, what's going on?
I can't trust y'all to do nothing.
We're doing it great. Bernard said we were doing great. Jay, get
why
your
y'all got Dominique still sitting there?
Who?
Dominique.
Dominique is still on the damn show.
She there?
Matter of fact, Meek put Dominique in the show.
Dominique's supposed to be coming to tell about her poetry slam for tomorrow.
Well,
and she is going to do that. She is going to do that, superhero Julius.
Me,
You
come on,
supposed to let us do what we do. Why don't you go somewhere? Go back to Jacksonville.
Now, Julius, I ain't did you like that now. You said I agree.
Tiffany, take him
Don't
out
worry.
the show.
Hey, Jay, don't worry. Tanya about to buy 2 more Christmas trees.
Oh,
I bet you
yeah.
sit down next time.
It's 4 up. It's 2 up already.
What y'all need all them Christmas trees for?
You talk to her. Don't talk to me.
Hey,
don't.
Hey, Drew. Do all those Christmas trees? Hey, do all those Christmas trees got their shot?
Yeah. They've been vaccinated.
Sister Dominique, we're gonna pause for you, sister, and we're gonna let you do your thing. Go ahead, girl.
Go ahead, Dominique.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Um, so to Friday, today's Wednesday, right? Today's Wednesday.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
Friday, okay. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. But Friday, we are going to be having a show at the Beach Institute. Once again, just like last month, but this month is going to be bigger and better. It's going to be a concert series. We're starting a concert series. We have live music artists, rappers, singers, and spoken word poets. And I will be performing as well. If you have an incredible lineup, it's gonna be super high energy, fast paced, a lot. It's definitely gonna be worth your money. It's gonna be a good show. It starts at 6 in the garden, and we have Savannah High Drumline going to be drumming us into the show. During that time, from 6 to 7, you will have the opportunity to buy your tickets at the door if you haven't purchased your tickets online. But I encourage everyone to please buy your tickets online to reserve your seats. But we will be selling tickets for $15 at the door, and they're going for $10 online.
Okay, so where I sample at?
You
Where I
want to
sample
You
at?
said show up Friday.
You can't do that.
Dominique,
Right.
Spitfire supposed to have
do
sample.
that
Let's
one that
roll.
you did the last time, please.
You want me to do the one I did before?
Yeah,
No, do
please.
a different one. Do a different one.
No, do that one because they didn't
y'all
hear.
out here hazing folks.
Hey,
Chill
hey,
out.
Dominique,
Do a different one? Y'all want me to do that?
been,
No,
Chandra's
you-
been outvoted. We want something new.
We
Okay.
want
No,
son.
because y'all didn't hear it. Y'all didn't
You
hear
know
it.
what the people heard.
Yeah, we did.
They did hear it, I think.
It's a
Do
new
it,
next son.
please.
All right. Okay.
Dominic, you do it make you work.
You gotta cut the lights off, Dominique, and everything. Get the ambiance together.
I think if I
I'm
do
gonna make it
it,
top five, boy. I swear. Finally take over their head.
Okay, let me see. I'm gonna do my poem called Okay, I'll let you guys choose. I'm gonna say the titles. So I have Faith and Love.
Nah, we don't need that. Sean's on here. Sean gonna be
I
mad.
have, I have a Tragic Trilogy.
Okay, next.
And I have
It was a tragic trilogy when Omega Sapphire came on board, but I
Oh, man.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Dominique. Go ahead, Dominique. They hating.
or
I'm
I could do Ripple Effect.
Ripple effect.
Okay.
Okay.
Ripple effect.
Faith and love, because son, you need love.
man, y'all need that. Hey.
Ripple effect.
Okay.
I'm gonna take myself off screen. I'm gonna take myself off screen so I can get the ambiance.
I can't stand him.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna perform this one in a minute. Ripple Effect. Mankind is one race, but yet we segregate, discriminate, hate populates. Most wars are fought over religion, but you claim to be a Christian. Jesus said to love, embrace your brothers with hugs, not guns, bullets, ricochet. Oh, you think you're a thug because you're the plug and you sell lethal drugs to the next generation to pay off your probation? And your girl, single mother of 3, selling her body on the streets so your kids got something to eat. Forget overseas, we destroying our own community. Now your daughter being touched by the man you bring to town, he said, don't make a sound or I'll pull a bullet through your crown.
Ooh.
Why is he so violent? Because as a kid, his emotions were silent and everything around him was in a spiral. Nothing new up under the sun, so I might as well get this gun. Guns were made to kill, hurt, destroy, kill, hurt the joy of little kids. We have had more school shootings in the past 2 years. I'm talking about kids killing kids. I'm talking about kids killing friends. I'm talking about kids killing themselves. Feeling overwhelmed. In a world where blacks fear to walk the streets, people are slaughtered for their beliefs, teens are putting themselves to sleep, little girls are touched between the sheets, little boys ain't got no food to eat, babies ain't got no home to sleep in. There is clearly an enemy at large playing a huge part in the destruction of mankind's heart. Ripple effect.
That's what I'm talking about.
Go, girl. Praise God.
All right.
Come on, man.
That was good.
Me. We need
Every
this
time,
word show me.
Hey,
Get together, sister.
hey, Bernard,
Hey,
big brother.
Thank
what's
you.
up?
I used to be a poet. My name used to be Renaissance.
Man, bye, man. Go ahead, man.
Nah,
Lorenzo.
Jay,
Hey, let me hear
but y'all really should have heard the
Oh,
one
I'm
that you
dead
did
serious.
last time. For real though.
Yes, sir.
For real though.
That's
The
girl, you powerful, girl. You got a gift.
Dominique, we're gonna give you a platform to do this
You
every
got a
week.
gift, my
Oh,
sister.
thank you so much.
You got a gift, my
We love
sister.
it, baby.
Keep following it.
Thank you.
That was so awesome. That just brought tears to my eyes because I mean,
okay.
You know,
and you wanted the same point. See what she did for you? Brought tears to your
man,
eyes.
go ahead, man.
Ricochet, baby. Ricochet.
I mean, I so wish that my flight is coming in Tuesday, and I just wish that I could come in earlier just to support you guys.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
Chandra's flight is coming in on Tuesday.
Man,
when she come back on an early day because the day is celebrating the day
This was
because the flight was on a Friday.
We don't do all that.
Hey, Sonny coming on Tuesday so she can have that card game on Wednesday.
Hey, but you ain't invited no way, so she done told you don't bring your ass to the fish fry.
No, you
I ain't coming. You can't tell me where to go at.
So you ain't want to get your shot.
Yeah,
hey, Savannah, please, you can't tell me.
Hey, drink on her, Bernard. Drink on her.
Hey,
Just take a sip. That's all, Bernard.
Dominique, Friday, what time, my sister? What time?
Okay, so get to the show at 6 o'clock so that you can watch the drum line in the garden. And the show is going to start promptly at 6, right at 6. So we want everybody to be seated and ready to go. You're going to be flying through. It's going to end at 9 p.m. And at that point, you guys are all free to go. But I hope you guys are all able to make it because it's going to be a really great show. We had a rehearsal Monday night, and the energy is going to be amazing.
So how many acts are going to be on this thing? How long is the show?
It's 2 hours long.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think.
How many acts are going to be on there?
About 10 of us.
Okay, and what's the age bracket of the people who are performing?
Young. We're all pretty much like in our 20s, college age.
And what's the cost? What's the cost?
15.
It's $10 online, 15 at the door. And
Hey.
I think that I think Mr. Julius has shared the flyer.
I can't attend. How can we donate if we can't attend? I still want to give you the 15.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
That's what we need to start doing for our community.
Yes.
Tell them how to donate.
Yeah, you got Cash App, Dominique?
I do have a Cash App. It's I think it's Gemini Gang.
Oh, now come on now. You can't thinking in there. Give me a pen. I'm writing it.
Okay. It's Gemini Gang 016.
Oh, so
Every
you a Gemini?
viewer, I don't care if you're going or not, contribute to that.
Gemini Gang in the house.
Hey, put that in the.
I'm so ashamed of Jimmy J.
We the most hated, but I love it.
Gemini Gang, what's that?
No, I said I'm right. That was Julius Hall.
Yeah.
Can you go Gemini Gang what?
016.
I'm gonna mute all y'all in a minute.
1906.
016.
Hey.
I'm just playing. I had to sit up for y'all. He likes to write 1906 down a lot.
And
What's up?
Go ahead, Joe.
for Miss Shaw.
Bernard, he ain't even supposed to be on here, Bernard.
I know it. That's
Come in here. He gonna take and spoil our show, man. We had everything covered.
I don't even know who put him on the dog.
He can't. Ain't nobody can put him. He got. It's his own show, so he can put himself in. That's what he gonna say. It's my damn show. It's my damn show. I can get in this show anytime I goddamn want. Same goddamn time I feel like it. That's what he gonna say.
And Dominique, do y'all do shows on Saturdays?
Don't be funny. Don't be funny, Bernard. Don't be funny.
No, I'm saying.
You know we do the
reason
show
why
on
I'm saying
Saturday.
that is because reason why I'm saying that because you got people that is out of town and they may want to come on, on a Saturday.
Oh, you talking about her show? I thought you were talking about ATR.
Her show.
That's a good perspective. I didn't. Yes,
Yeah, because a lot of people out of town, and then somebody want to see their show. Because I know, like in Atlanta, when they do that, most of their shows on Saturday because people don't have to work.
Hey, excuse me.
What you gonna say?
Excuse me. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
You were mute
y'all
early.
That I got. But listen, Dominique, say that again so the producer can put it up on the screen so that people can know what your Cash App is.
I was asking. I was gonna type it, bro.
Well, dang.
Okay.
Y'all so nasty. But no, I challenge. I'm gonna donate. I ain't gonna tell you how much because of everybody. But I challenge every viewer watching to donate at least $10 or more. This young lady
Dominique, you gotta watch some alphas.
Stuff like this. then what we gonna support? This is
You gotta
this
watch
is
them
successful
alphas.
film.
But yes,
Why
to
you got-
answer your question, Bernard, and also
Oh.
to Chandra,
Yes.
we will be having reoccurring shows. So at the moment, the next show is going to be January 7th. Another show like this one, concert, is going to be January 7th.
2 days for my birthday. In case y'all wanted to buy me anything.
Can we not make this
That's the day
about us?
before your birthday?
2 days before.
2 days before your birthday? Oh, okay.
For my
Right.
birthday.
And
But he's not a Gemini man, so it don't matter.
Right.
Continue
Capricorn?
Dominique.
Capricorn. That makes sense.
but y'all ain't bad as the Aries.
Makes a lot of sense, right?
Y'all ain't
I
Yeah,
see
it makes
that.
a lot of sense. Yeah.
But in December I'm aiming to it's still being put in the works, but we might be having a little smaller of a show next month for the holidays. Not as big as this one, but just something small, a fundraising event.
Okay.
So I'll give you guys the details for that once that's available. But the next concert like this one's going to be January 7th. And I'm definitely
what's the group name?
Melanique Productions.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
And I'll definitely keep that in mind, Bernard. That's a good point about doing Saturday.
Right.
Yeah.
And Dominic, I want you to get out your head. Just keep Leo the Lion in your head. Forget about what.
Come on, my Leo brother.
You know,
Come on, fine son.
You a Leo?
Come on now.
I'm Leo the Lion. That's
I
right.
know
I
I'm
like
by
Leos.
myself.
My boyfriend's a Leo.
that's
The
another
Spirit of
piece
God
of
said you ain't by yourself in this
I
journey.
like Leos.
Y'all
We're in
lucky
a
I
whole,
can't.
whole new different world. We beat our
Hold
own
on.
drum.
Come on now.
Dominique,
Yes.
So that's
You
January.
gotta say something.
'Cause I'm not in front of my computer. I'm on a tablet, so I don't have it in front of me.
Okay.
Send that flyer to
Hey, Jay, take Tanya.
Okay. The one for
to
Friday?
Tamika so she can put it up before tonight is over.
For Friday?
Yeah,
You
for
got
Friday.
you got it in your
She already
phone right
has
now.
it. I think she may already have it, but I'll double check.
All right.
Okay, well, Tamika, see if you can download it and put it on the screen for us, so that Miss Producer, if you could do
Next
that.
subject.
Oh,
Man,
dang.
but nah, don't feed him, man. He ain't even supposed to be on here. He done took some tablet from some child
All right, Dominique,
so he can get
we
in
gonna
this screen,
support you, my
man.
sister.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey,
He done
See,
took the
people-
tablet from some child so he
All right, we
can.
see
It's some
you,
poor
girl.
child down there in Jacksonville. Ain't got their tablet just so he can.
Right.
He couldn't be away from
Bye-bye.
us for
Love you,
5
girl.
minutes,
We
man.
got you. We got you
Bye,
covered.
Dominic.
All right.
Thank you.
We talking about Rittenhouse versus Marbury. Who first? I know Chandra gonna go first with me. I don't even know why I asked that.
You know, I've been following both of the doggone trials and watching them every day. So, I mean, there is a difference. I think that guy in the Rittenhouse trial, he's very biased. I mean, he's looking at Rittenhouse like he's his damn son. Y'all see? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
for real. You know,
Y'all disobedient kids. Y'all see how people on here leave Julius alone? Y'all see that? Y'all leave me alone. Y'all are just talking over me and everything else. So see, with you and Jay Jones with them sorry Cowboys, they can only beat the Falcons. Anybody could beat the Falcons.
So
Wait,
who have
Johnny,
to,
talk about the
who,
Falcons
okay, of your 9 football teams, collectively speaking, all 9 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams that you got. I got one team. The 9 teams you got. Which one of them actually performing this year or this week?
Nah.
Which
the
one?
Dallas Cowboys.
Thank you. You better say it twice. Don't talk about them, then be about them.
They
Same
ain't got nothing to do with
conversation.
I got the Dallas Cowboys too.
No, what the hell?
Hey, you read that right there.
You.
You read that there, Robert. When
Man, I
Miss
don't want to
Cook,
read that mess.
when Miss Cook
You
talk,
better
you
be glad
listen.
it's your Founders Day. You
Adam
better be
Cohen
glad,
said-
Lord Jesus.
When Miss Cook talk, you listen.
Yeah,
You know I'm
Khalid,
being today. I'm being, this ain't American dog. I'll see
Yeah,
you on
right.
Friday.
Jimmy J funny. Jimmy J. Somebody say Jimmy J funny. Jimmy J.
He got that end juice.
He got that nut juice, little bro.
Yeah, nut juice. Okay, what's the next subject? Producer.
Sean just kicked it off, but y'all just disregarded Sean. Sean, I
We love
apologize for the gentleman in the room. We were talking about the producer got me working tonight. Producer, I don't know where you at, but I got you. We talking about Ahmaud Arbery's trial, case versus the Kyle Rittenhouse I'm gonna cry and get off charges case.
But that the guy the judge in the Ahmaud Arbery case, he really has control of his courtroom, and he's calling things right, and I'm very happy. The defense attorney, I don't know what the hell is wrong with him. Shit, that one for what's the guy's name? Robert, the one for the one that was just driving the truck.
No, I had to stop watching it because I got so angry. Let me tell you one thing I do not like. Certain populations can bust out crying and the narrative changes. That irks me. So when that grown man got on that, you knew what damn well you was doing when you came up on that man. And the reason why he shot him was because Ahmaud tried to take his gun. What you think if you come after me with a gun, I'm gonna try to take it too. So then you bust out crying. That don't work for me. So I had to start watching because I got fiercely angry.
I got angry today too, but I still had to watch because, I needed to know what your state of mind was and what the narrative, and this is trying to pan out to be one of those damn Zimmerman shits, is how it's panning out to be, today, based on his testimony, talking about he was thinking about his 5-year-old son and all that bullshit. I mean,
only thing he was thinking about why this in my neighborhood.
Yeah, and if you was really thinking about that, why did you follow him for 2 miles? 2 whole miles, that's just my whole thing. And you just assumed that because he was black, he did something. But what I want to know is what y'all got against them black pastors?
What you mean? Oh, I see.
They keep
talk about but me. I'm the only one can talk about the black pastors.
Yeah, they keep trying to call a mistrial.
No, sir. I can talk about them too, but I'll go ahead and let you finish.
They keep trying to call a mistrial based on these black pastors coming in the room. I thought that anybody could come into a
what's so interesting about that? It took not 1, not 2, but 3 white men to identify with a black man. Now you scared of not 1, but 2 black men in the courthouse to happen to identify as a pastor. I'm lost. So, it was okay for 3 of y'all to jump 1, but 2 of them coming peacefully just to watch, and you got a problem? America, we don't have a problem, do we?
Yeah, they saying it's intimidation. Why is it intimidation when, they not coming in there? And what was that foolishness that he was trying to say about, well, if somebody came in here with a white mask on, what was he trying to say? Was he trying to say?
They don't like to disguise it. They say it in front of your face.
What was he
trying to disguise it? Like they said with the jury, we don't need all these niggas on the jury. I mean,
go ahead, Bernard.
You know what? At the end of the day, hey, if you really and truly listen to what he's saying, he basically talking himself into prison if they listen right. Number one, this guy, they asked him, do he carry a weapon? Okay, he carried a weapon. Okay, he got confronted at an ATM one time. He got confronted at a carjacking one time. He got confronted at a store, somebody at a store one time. He throwing his mom and daddy at the bus. This guy, if you look at it, every it's like he got in trouble with everybody in Brunswick. He had issue with everybody in Brunswick. I guarantee when he was on the stand, he said at least about 10 incident that he had with his gun. And I guess all of them was black folks, period. If you listen to him, I said, dude, they need to get that dude off a stand right now because he already done incriminated himself in so many damn ways, period. And then he got a nerve to say, I asked, my mama told me this, and my mama told me that, and my daddy told me this, and my daddy told me that. I'll be like, son, stop lying on me.
Yeah. What bothered me the other day was I needed to know where that damn attorney was going with that statement just before the judge just cut him off when he was talking about, well, what if somebody came in the courtroom with a white mask on and sat in the back of the courtroom?
Now, Sean, I would have cut his ass off too. I mean,
no,
if I was a judge, I would have cut him off too.
I wanted him to keep on going with that.
Did he say a white? Did he say
yes,
a white
he
man?
did.
Or did he say? Said, hold on. Or did he say Colonel Sanders looking people walking up and?
Hey.
What did he say?
He said. Whoa. He said if they came in looking like Colonel Sanders with a white mask.
See, we can't believe you no more. You be making stuff up.
That's what he said.
No, you ain't said. Let's rewind. You said a white something else.
And Judge cut him off. Because I was like, is he trying to insinuate the KKK or is he saying Colonel Sanders? What is he saying?
I was wondering that too, Sandra, because if he was talking about Colonel Sanders, I wasn't going back there to eat no more damn chicken.
He wasn't talking about Colonel Sanders.
You just Popeyes.
I was like, I said, is he insinuating Colonel Sanders or is he talking about the KKK? Which one?
Because when he said Colonel Sanders, he was referring to the conversation, but Colonel Sanders would be the relatable that we got. But when we talk Colonel, you automatically assume in the South he talking about some kind of base tied to the old rebel system.
Right. I mean Civil War.
Right.
I would have said General Lee.
Yeah.
Ferrante made a statement here also. What Ferrante got, where he's saying that they don't analyze the state of consciousness in the blacks who are charged with nonviolent charges and for self-inflicted crimes.
You're right.
Analyze our state of consciousness, but they analyze every other race's state of consciousness so they can give them a way out.
Yeah. And to my knowledge, had that young man ever been charged with anything?
Who?
Travis.
Why does it matter? Why does that even matter?
But I'm saying
no. Don't
why
say
it matters, Robert? Why
doing it? No. Stop doing that. We've got to stop. No, stop. We've got to stop jumping in that narrative with these folks. That does not even matter. Stop second guessing that young man. I'm not saying you're doing that. What makes me angry is we always jump on the bandwagon of the narrative by the dominant. Stop doing that. It doesn't matter what that man did, even if he did it or didn't. What matters is he was murdered. Period.
Well, when you become a judge, then I'll start thinking like that. But the world still deals with that dominant base that you just talked about, and we still got to deal with that, brother. I mean,
we do that to our people all the time, and then now
no. What we have to do is what we have to do is we have to be able to be prepared for anything that's going to be brought to us narrative wise. You just can't say I don't want to think like that because we should think like that. No, we should always think like that.
But because I understand what y'all are saying. This is a platform where we have the power to not acknowledge that bullshit. Yeah. But now we are going to bring that into our platform, and we don't have to. We've got to change the narrative on that. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I don't.
It makes sense what you're saying. I don't disagree with you, brother. But what I'm saying is, even if you want to do that, you don't control anything. So we have to be prepared for everything that's being controlled by them. I'm just sorry, dog.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I agree with you. But what I'm saying is this boy, he didn't even have a record, you know, not one to speak of. Not one to speak of. You know, and even that bullshit that they were trying to bring in about him having marijuana in his system. Who don't? Who don't have marijuana in their damn system at the goddamn time?
Everybody like, well, we ain't trying to talk about that right now.
You know,
Sandra, marijuana is not a drug. So
no, it's not. It's a goddamn herb.
So I'm hey.
You know what I'm saying?
What you think about Tiffany?
Me and Jay, the only two don't have marijuana in our system.
I ain't got nothing to say about that. I'm like Bernard. We have a choice in this world.
Whatever. Anyway.
But I agree with y'all. My thing is, at the end of the day, nothing gives you the authority to take God's child and to take somebody's life. It's three of you big grown MFers. And that little boy, probably about my size. And I'm about 5'8", 140. Why it take three of y'all and a shotgun and a truck to come tackle him for looking and jogging in your neighborhood when there's a history of racial discrimination in that community and in the city of Brunswick, Georgia? So I don't give a damn if the boy robbed a store before. It don't give you the right to murder somebody.
Well, we have a lot of...
And he did not have to fucking stop for y'all. Who are you? Who are you that I got to stop for you?
Whoa. Sandra, you got to watch your mouth. You just can't cuss freely on this show.
Oh,
all right.
Well, I'm sorry, but who are you, Jay? If I'm walking down the street and you say, "Hey, stop," I'm not stopping for you. Who are you? That I got to stop for you.
Especially if you got a shotgun.
Right.
I don't care if you,
baby, I'm like,
whether you got a shotgun or not.
I don't know about that.
I don't have to stop for you because you are nobody to me. You're not my authority. You know, and if we can't make a citizen's arrest on y'all, what the?
That's a dumb law.
But Chandra, I'm gonna point out two things. I'm gonna point two things. Number one, Tiffany, you want to talk? You go ahead and talk because I know I probably be elongated if I talk.
It's the night of the Q's, you know.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay, so Chandra, two things I want to point out. Number one, the situation would have rose differently if it would have been a different community. Number one. Number two, they're always going to, and Robert, I agree with you going back to your point, but the problem with the society is this, Robert. These judges run unopposed every single term. And then they're turned around and they're appointed by Republicans who want to keep the narrative forward. And guess what? We got black lawyers, we got black who can run for these positions, but they're so scared to run for these positions that guess what? That's why you have a slated judicial system. And so Robert, until we have a fair judicial system, Wormsley is the judge. Wormsley was appointed in 2002. Catch that. 20 years ago, he was appointed. He's ran unopposed almost 4 times. Who's really to blame when you talk about the judicial system?
That's true.
Because we got people who got law degrees too. If those people ran for public office, would we support them? You know, Julius, we talk about this all the time. We have, for the first time in the history in a long time, we got a DA in Chatham County that's going to look out for those people in the prison system. And then I'm going to tell you this, not to get on my soapbox, Julius, watch this. The DA tried to take care of some people who have been in the jail for too long, 2 or 3 years too long. And it wasn't the white judges, it wasn't anybody else. It was the county commission chair who prevented that platform being able to put out there. So all these are unilateral conversations. Yeah, you saw how I dropped that in it, Julius. Those are unilateral conversations out there that we have to understand. This piece affects that piece, and that piece affects that piece.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Tiffany.
But you're talking about Julius's cousin.
I didn't say his cousin's name.
No.
I didn't say Chester Ellis' name. I never mentioned Julius' cousin Chester Ellis any time in this conversation. Never did that.
to the next subject, I want to send a shout out to Cargill for getting that law changed also. The citizens arrest law.
Yeah, that's
He
a good
did.
point.
At
So
the end of the day,
we
and I say this with the school board, if you don't have, and I ain't throwing no shout out because I got frat brothers at several leadership positions and we ain't doing nothing there, but I'm leave that alone. But if you ain't got judicial experience, don't be in the judicial way. I think Shalina Cook Jones just needs to be let alone to do what she got to do. Stay out of the way. That's just my point.
I agree. But she has to have support from dollars. And what I'm talking
No,
about
I
is
get it.
those dollars come from the county. They don't come from her. It comes from a different pot.
No, I get it.
all right.
I get it.
Julius,
Robert,
call
But she's the attorney. Miss
call your
Tiffany.
cousin Julius.
Tiffany.
Come on,
Can
Rashawn.
you call your cousin Julius?
Chandra.
I'm just saying.
You're gonna be the next. You gonna look, bruh.
you talking to
Miss
me?
Tiffany, you muted.
Yeah, I was muted. But when I watch both of these, when I watch both of these trials, it's just like this is what I mean, this is what we're living in. Like these are two, you would think like these both of these cases, both of these trials have concrete evidence that they did it. So all the rest of the stuff is just like you should just be found guilty. The young guy whose mama brought him to shoot and kill the people at the protest, you're guilty. The 3 men in Brunswick, you're guilty. So
George, I mean, Tiffany, you how many cases should be guilty that we see, that we understand? We see the camera footage. That man was on his neck, and that man said, "Please, I can't breathe." And the young man down there in Florida, same conversation.
yeah.
George Pitterman, matter of fact, George Pitterman after that case did something 7-8 months later and was
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. I remember when
It's a slap. It's a slap in the face.
You know, and it's sad that it took how many days for them? Those guys practically. I mean, they went home. They had dinner.
Y'all do my friend like this.
You know,
My thing is this, and I said this, and it goes back to what Jimmy J is saying. I knew the Trayvon Martin thing was, I never forget the night. I knew that was the kickoff to a long thing of purging. But if we don't get our asses out and vote, excuse my language for whoever watching, if we don't take that with serious and urgency, it's not going to stop. You can talk about defund the police, you can complain, you can burn, loot, do all you want, but until you get out there and vote and change these people, it ain't gonna stop. I mean, I don't get it. I don't know why we don't get it.
We need to realize this.
So start complaining and get your behind out to the podium.
Right. We need to realize this here too. Tonight, remember what I'm saying, that we need to realize this here. Black folks are guilty until proven innocent.
yes.
That's
But
case
who cares
closed.
when you're not changing the people?
No doubt about it. Innocent until proven guilty. Until, you know what I'm saying? Period. That's the way it is. I don't care what crime we do. We guilty until somebody gonna prove us.
And it's gonna stay that way until we got legislators to change the laws.
And Bernard, sometimes we guilty. Sometimes we guilty until proven innocent, and sometimes that innocent plea don't come for 30, 40 years when it's too late, and that person done missed 30 years out of their family life, and it's terrible when it comes to justice, when it comes to African Americans versus those Caucasians.
What's the name of that guy right now? They about to put him to death tomorrow or whatever. Execute tomorrow. And he say he's innocent.
Julius Jones.
You know, it's get to a point, man. You know, you just. Let me ask y'all a question right now.
Hold on. Stop on that point right quick. Let me break this down for you. That case can go all the way to the Supreme Court. But guess who picked the last 3 justices that has made the court lean conservative?
Exactly.
You know how that happened? Because we didn't go out and vote. So I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I hate to be
You
like
make a
that, but
great
I don't
point.
want to hear it. That's
You
why
make a
voting
great
in every
point.
election is important.
Yeah.
My phone,
But yet
my
now we
camera
want
must
to
be
be mad and
lagging.
complain. No, we want to be mad. You can't come to me because you late to the fish fry and all the fish gone. That's your choice not to get out there and come early and do
Hey,
what you're supposed to do.
But
let me tell y'all something.
go ahead, Jude.
My phone, if my camera isn't lagging and y'all just ignoring me, y'all got hell to pay next week. How many more subjects you got, Robert?
We got like 2 more.
Your camera lagging, Julius.
Oh. How many subjects you
We'll
got,
go to the
Robert?
next subject. Go
I'm
to
sorry.
now.
I'm sorry.
We'll move on.
Tiffany, that kid's iPad he stole out of the lobby in the hotel
No, that came from
camera
Toys
is
R Us.
Yeah, we
lagging.
got about 30
It's that
minutes.
Toys
We
R Us.
good.
It's the Etch a
We
Sketch
good.
one.
I'm
But
not
no,
letting
go
home
ahead with your second part. But I'm
No,
just
hey,
saying.
RG, you know what? I understand what all y'all saying, but you know what kills me? Everybody say, you go vote, go vote, go vote. We go vote, and we still the back of the damn bus. We still the
Exactly.
back of the bus. We go vote, go vote, go vote. Vote my ass. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Don't say that, but you know what?
Bernard,
Jay about to
I
break
gotta
it down.
disagree. I gotta
Okay,
disagree.
No.
I'm gonna explain why I disagree, Bernard.
Go ahead.
When we say go vote, we're not talking about the who was vote, because I'm gonna tell you right now, brother. In Savannah election, 27%. In the last school board election, 17%. You can't tell me we going to vote. Now, a lot of people lying out there. I know you vote, Bernard, but a lot of people gonna find that Georgia sticker that they voted in 2018 and take it off their computer, or they take it off that broke iPad that Juice is on right now, and they put it on their shirt and they say they vote every single year. That's some bull hockey, Bernard. I'm gonna tell you right now. These folks study us, Bernard. They study us.
Right.
They understand our voting patterns. They understand when we vote, when we show up to vote. They know to put the e-splash on the last ballot because they know this is going to be the least amount of people showing up to the polls this last year. So they study us, Bernard. So I hear you,
Right.
but I don't see it
Jay,
always.
how many people in the first? Hold on. How many people in the first congressional district didn't even vote in the last election? What? How many percent?
170,000 people did not participate in that election.
So we vote.
170,000 people.
Now that's a
When
whole
you
other
look at that,
conversation.
Bernard, when you look at that, 30% of that is African Americans.
Hear me.
Hey. But you know what? If you
But go ahead.
Go ahead. No, it's like this here. You know what? It's frustrating, and I'm not saying, I'm speaking for the people that want to talk but can't talk, and I hear this every single day from the young kids, old kids, everybody. They say, "Well, what we gonna vote for?" We still
There you
behind
go.
it.
Come on, Bernard.
Seriously, at the end of the day, I understand what you're saying. If I'm going to pick up an orange and I know it's an orange, and then when I take it out and vote for it, it's gonna turn green, man. You know what? It's frustrating. I'm telling you.
Bernard,
I'm not
Big,
the political correct person. I'm not political correct person. I'm gonna tell it like it is, and I don't give a damn who it hurt or whatever. At the end of the day, I'm speaking for the people who want to say what they want to say, but too scared to say it. I hear you, big little bro, but sometimes I disagree on a lot.
But big bro,
I don't want to hear about. Stop voting for people who you think gonna do right for you.
There you go. Right. That's what you need to be talking about, dog. Yeah. But Bernard, that's what you need to be talking about. Don't get frustrated about people not voting. Get frustrated about people not running for office. Right. That's what we need to be at.
No. Because
get passionate about people running for office. Everybody that lost on this platform. So I understand where you're going, Chandra. I'm not complaining about people voting, but Chandra, we got to continue to keep putting candidates out there. And it's a lot of elections. I got a whole of those and put the button. And I'm sorry.
I can tell y'all like this here. I'll tell you like this here, Jay. I'll tell you like this here. Hold on. I bet you with this attitude here, would you want Herschel or Warnock? Now sit there with that attitude if y'all want to, viewers, and you're gonna have Herschel instead of Warnock. Now I'm just putting it out there.
Hey,
you pick your own voice.
Listen.
I have removed myself from the screen, y'all. I have removed myself from the screen.
Go ahead.
You want Herschel or you want Warnock?
That's just like saying we want the Ku Klux Klan or we want just the Klan.
Okay.
No, Warnock. If y'all don't think Warnock for y'all, I'm sorry. Warnock, if you go back and look at his legislative page, Warnock get the battle. But if you want the running back from Texas who don't even live in your state to run, it's up to y'all.
Okay.
But the thing is, go ahead, Sean.
But look. Okay, so locally, I'm gonna just say locally, they voted in that last administration, Dietrich, all of them, the mayor, all of them. What happened? Has their situation gotten any better in
No,
Savannah?
because you know why, Chandra? You know why, Chandra? You know why? Because ain't nobody holding them accountable.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Okay,
that's all.
So they came out in droves and they had high hopes, and that the mayor has muted everything that they had high hopes about.
I'm gonna clean that conversation up. We did not vote in droves. 27% of the voting population showed up in that vote. We did not vote in droves. 27% of the voting population showed up. And guess what? When we saw that on the ballot, we saw two candidates. We held our nose, and me and Julius talked about this for hours. It's a strategy to this thing. Do we vote Van in play? If we get Van, we already know what we're going to get. We get Deloach in play, we're going to know we're going to get Deloach. It's a hold your nose conversation. You can't say anything else otherwise.
So then when Trump and Biden, ran, we said, okay, we want the Democrats back in play, because we hate Trump. Okay. So what have we gotten in this last year?
First of all,
Chandra, you keep.
Hold on,
no, man. We're not gonna do that, man.
You talk so much about Biden, so you was happy with Betsy DeVos? So you was happy with all his happening? You wasn't.
Chandra, the issue with politics is this.
Hold on. No, I'll let you talk. Hold on. You sure want to talk about that stimulus that you got a few months ago? You want to talk about that now, were you? You sure want to talk about all these grants and this care money that been given out? We don't want to talk about that. See, what we got to stop doing is picking the chairs you want. It ain't going to come the way it comes like you want it to come, but we sure want to complain when we was cashing that check in direct deposit.
First of all, I didn't get a stimulus, but
I wasn't even going to go there.
The second thing that I'm not happy about,
how we want to turn when we get what we think we should get. That ain't how this works.
That they trying to give these illegal Mexicans damn $450,000.
That ain't even cool. But that ain't even cool. That's a whole white mentality that you're subscribing to that I ain't even about to have. Nah, that ain't cool. Don't do that.
They trying to give.
They don't want to come over here and be hated on.
First of all, I'm not drown me out because I can talk louder.
I don't care, but you ain't gonna disrespect folks.
Hey, the ratings went sky high when we started this conversation, Julius.
We hadn't gotten our money yet. We hadn't gotten our money yet. Have you gotten your money?
I got my direct deposit several times.
Now, I wasn't even gonna go into that. Bernard, big bro, listen what I'm about to say, big bro. Listen what I'm about to say, big bro.
Go ahead.
I understand what you're saying, Chandra. Unfortunate thing is, guess what? There was nobody on the ticket that would have beat Trump one-on-one other than Biden. And unfortunate thing is, when you had that conversation, you had to hold your tongue, hold your swallow, and you had to put the candidate that can take Trump out. And that's the bottom line conversation. I don't agree with everything Biden does. I damn sure didn't agree with what Trump did. But you had to have the candidate who can take Trump out. And that's what we got. It's a balance.
And if I may,
you had 22 people up there. Biden was the best one we had to take him out.
We as black folk love to jump on the bandwagon. Quit trying to talk about Kamala Harris. What they're doing is they're measuring Kamala Harris. Hold on, chill out, man. Come on. You're measuring. We are subscribing to.
You're the host.
They are measuring Kamala to a standard of what white men has done for years. That ain't cool. But we'll sit there and we'll back it up. Oh, Kamala Harris ain't doing what she's supposed to do. You're measuring her against white men who's done this job for how many years? Come on now. Stop.
Y'all better leave y'all Soror alone now. Y'all gonna stop.
I'm not saying anything about her. What I'm saying is that we want to see the same type of tenacity that those Republicans have on the other side.
It's strategy.
What the hell is the strategy, Jimmy?
There is none, baby. I can tell you that right now.
There's no goddamn strategy.
But watch this. Chandra, There's no strategy, but guess what? Within the confines of the Democratic Party, there's no black people trying to make sure there's no strategy in that whole structure. So who do we really blame? I mean, who do you blame? Black people can have the same rights to be in all these political parties just like everybody else. But black people are not assimilating and playing the politics and getting involved in the Democratic Party of Georgia, in the DNC, as far as the inner workings are concerned. And those token Negroes that we put in play, they're just strictly what they are, token Negroes. They taking a paycheck and they selling us out completely. I'm sorry.
Well,
until you get involved in the system, the uncouth stuff, the unfun stuff, you're gonna keep getting the same thing you got.
And that's the reason why you'll never get younger people to buy into this bullshit, because if they don't see things working, if they don't see things working the way they should, and if they don't have any reason to go out in the rain and vote.
I don't disagree.
Why?
I don't disagree with you, sis. Me and you together, I agree with you. But you got to understand, somewhere down the line, someone's got to play strategy for strategy. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. They get marching orders. After the primary in May next year, I'm telling you, the primary in May next year, guess what's going to happen? Whoever wins on the Republican side, everybody's going to fall in line and they're going to make sure that person gets on the ballot. What we going to do is, oh, my candidate didn't win. And then I'm going to do this right here. My candidate didn't win, so guess that's what's going to happen, Chandra.
Hey.
We got to stop that. We got to infiltrate and become a part of the system, even in the boring parts of it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, y'all can talk trash about Van all day. Van is in the inner workings of that conversation I'm talking about. Every single day I see him, I see it personally.
Well,
you're correct.
You know, I promise you, I am tempted. I'm very tempted to
you lost control of your Republican. How many subjects you got?
We're moving on. Eunice just want to slide his way back. Y'all see this?
Robert, Robert, he just mad he don't get this many views. That's all. Keep it going, Robert. Just keep it going, Robert. We ain't paying him no attention. He ain't even supposed to be here tonight.
This is the Rabble, Julius. This is what the Rabble's supposed to be.
We ain't supposed to follow the rules anyway.
We push each other, and I love it. I love every bit of it.
He talking about structure. Son, he talking about structure and order now all of a sudden because he ain't in charge.
Right. I don't know what.
Matter of fact, we're gonna
decorum and tact.
Yeah,
we're gonna put him at the bottom. We're gonna put him at the bottom. He don't need to be in the top.
Hey, but now, bro, what you guys say, America?
Hey, Miss Producer, let's move on to the next subject.
All right. We're gonna talk about violence in our communities, and this time y'all let Sister Taylor talk because y'all so rude. But we're gonna talk about violence in our communities. Hold on, but not damn. I know you're excited. We're gonna talk about it later.
Go ahead.
Hold on. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Todd Rose for arranging that wonderful rally in Savannah, Georgia. Hey, that young brother's up and coming, and we're going to go with Tiffany Taylor to kick it off. What's going on in Athens? This violence got to stop, Tiffany.
Dr. Ross done lost his mind.
Yeah, it's horrible. We just had a shooting. I think like a 16-year-old just shot up a golden pistol.
Monday.
Mm-hmm. It's getting bad. The gang situation is getting bad, and we do have new protests against the University of Georgia because they are the #1 team, and they still haven't addressed the fact that most of the campus was once plantation, and they don't want to acknowledge the fact that majority of the University of Georgia was built by slaves.
It's probably like that in Clemson too, but continue.
Well, but no, you're right. But the thing is, Georgia, the thing is, we do a land acknowledgement. At least we do a land acknowledgement. That's one of the things that Dr. Rhonda Thomas, if y'all check out Dr. Rhonda Thomas, has developed a Call My Name to her. But Tiffany's right. We actually have graves behind that stadium that are unmarked slave graves. UJ the same way. All these public land grants are built by slaves, and all of them need to do land grant because you're on the land of natives in the first place. But I digress. Back to the topic.
Next subject.
No, it's violence in the community.
We want
Yeah,
to have no
and I love Jimmy J.
violence about the violence in the community.
Jimmy J was all on the news last night. Now, don't be shy now.
You didn't mention my name, so you said Tyrone, so therefore I was just trying to get Tyrone.
Hey, well, you know what? We're gonna pause at this
saying?
moment, Julius Hall.
I mean, just I ain't no hater.
Hey,
We appreciate you, Jay Jones, for what you have done and continue to do. Matter of fact, there's a guy named Jay Jones that actually emailed the city manager to say, "Hey, we gotta do something about this."
That was me that emailed him.
Oh, that was you. Okay. Tell us about it.
Your name is Jay Jones, I think.
No, it was James Jones who sent that email.
Okay. Well, we when you talk about violence, Jay had one yesterday, and then Hollis has one Saturday on the east side. And I got to speak at that. Matter of fact, I was writing what I'm going to be saying on Saturday. I wrote it already, and it's a lot of stuff that we got to address in this community, all over the country, really, so that we can get some things straight and stop and slow down this course that we're on. We're on a course of self-destruction, and we got to stop it.
Yeah. It's going just like the rapper just got killed 10 hours ago in Memphis. Shot him up he's going to get some cookies and they shot him up. Man,
cookies.
He went to go get some cookies at his favorite cookie store in Memphis.
And we're not talking about after dark cookies either.
Right. No, this is real cookies. And he went in there and the guy came in there, shot him up. And what made it so bad, all this was on video. And the guy laying through his car was all shot up, and it's just, man, I don't know, it's just getting crazy out here. And these young kids, and you know what? I feel sorry for the ladies, all the ladies in this country, because what's gonna happen is all the men's gonna be gone and the ladies gonna be here by themselves, because we're gonna get old and go away. I don't know what to do, man. We need to address something that is real. We need to address, we need to address these kids killing each other. We need to focus on that for a minute. Absolutely. Trust me. It's getting out of hand.
So big brother, what's the remedy to it? What's the cause to it?
Huh?
I mean,
the man said, let the mamas figure it out.
But sometimes not all men say that. Not all men say that.
That's the mayor.
Who?
A mayor. I don't know which one. I just heard that.
The mayor.
What's the solution, Bernard? That's the conversation we need to start having.
Right.
What's the solution?
Right.
What is the cause? What is the root cause to causing this situation? These are conversations we need to be having, and we need to stop waiting on government to fix it, because it ain't government job to fix it.
Yeah.
It's on us to fix the situation. No one had to tell me, Bernard, and I know we always say this cliche, but when we got in trouble, we got a spanking from all the neighbors down the house before we even made it to the house. We always say that cliche, but you know what? Guess what? You try to spank these kids nowadays, you gonna get in for trouble.
Got it.
So what's the solution?
Right.
What's the remedy?
We can piggyback on Tiffany organization. We can start right there. We can start right there tonight. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
absolutely.
Hey, let's say if we save one, we save that one. But we got to start saving our kids, man. We got to start talking all this BS about go and vote for this person, go do that. We got to start saving our kids. We got to clean up our backyard, man. We losing our kids from violence.
And you said it's gonna bring it up. Hold on.
We need to have a show.
But you talk about the vote. But you talk about the vote. That very vote you talk about put bricks on Broad instead of putting grants in these programs. See how that vote worked?
Hey, but
I'm just saying.
At the end of the day, listen, RG. At the end of the day, you don't have to vote for me to go out there and try to help our kids.
I agree, but the resources is what I'm saying. Tiffany has a program that she's running out of her pocket. How great would it be for Athens Clarke County to put funding, taxpayer funding, in her program? You can't run these programs off of air. But we talk about voting and we get mad about it and all of that and all the defense.
Listen,
but the people at the table control the resources. When are we going to understand?
So let Bernard finish, Rob.
Listen, RG, listen, damn it, listen. You've been controlling this show the whole night. Listen, what I'm saying is this. I don't need no damn body to vote for me to go get that young man. Say, young man, come here, let me talk to you. This is what you need to do. Young man, let me talk to you. I've been doing it for 24 damn years. Young man, what is the problem? What do we need to do to help y'all? You ain't got to vote for that to pull somebody and say, hey, we need love. We need kind. We need passion. We need to pull everybody together in solution to help everybody. You ain't got to go to the vote. You ain't got to go to the poll and vote for that. But tell somebody, hey, look, young man.
Robert.
I'm just saying Tiffany.
Ask Tiffany. Let Tiffany.
What I heard was we got to put money into programs like Tiffany got. That's what I heard.
Let Tiffany say it, man. I'm saying, Robert, let Tiffany say it. Tiffany, what do you need to do what he said? Tiffany. Oh.
What?
What do we need to do what he just said? As far as Bernard, give her a brief synopsis.
Absolutely right.
But what do we need to do to make that happen? To help you make it happen, what do we need?
Listen, I think Robert kind of misunderstanding what I said because I was screaming. I said the program that Tiffany had when she started off. What I'm saying, I'm not saying pushing money into it. All I'm saying is she started off. She didn't ask nobody for no money. I guarantee you, she told I've got to save my 2 sons. And if she say her 2 sons, then her 2 sons can go talk to that person. Then you go talk to that person. You don't need no money to go knock on somebody at the door and say, hey, let's get together and organize to try to save our kids. I don't need no damn money to tell somebody to save my kid. I don't need nobody to vote for somebody to save my kid. All you got to do, walk in there and say, hey, I love you. Let's turn this thing around, RG. Let's turn it around.
You need money to do that.
Bernard.
I understand.
Bernard.
Talk about money. Okay.
Bernard.
That person.
I wasn't even going to say that, Bernard.
RG.
Bernard, what I'm trying to get you to see is this, though. I hear everything you saying, my brother. I hear everything you saying. Bernard, when I done mentored more than 150, 200 kids over the last thing. And I did everything you did. But I could have mentored 300, 400 if I had a government structure that understood that was creating crime is a narrative of economic depravity. You know what economic depravity is? Being poor. A kid goes to a store. They ain't going in to steal all the time just because they want to steal. They sometimes steal because they're hungry. Now, how do you take those situations out?
Right.
How do you take those situations out from the other situations out there to make sure that we have successful models out there? Because Bernard, guess what? One thing I can tell you about government. Government is there to help you or hurt you, depending on who's in charge. And if we don't have those elected people he's talking about, and we just have those other people, they will make the system hurt you more and more. And therefore, it's going to cause that unearthly situation to not work in our favor, Bernard. I agree with you. I done mentor people too.
May I say something?
No, sir.
Go ahead.
Listen, it didn't get like this overnight.
True.
This is a plan to destroy us.
There we go, man.
Y'all have to realize this and stop thinking that this is some theory conspiracy theory. It is a conspiracy truth. It is a conspiracy to destroy us. And if we don't do something drastic, then we will eventually, in the end, might take 200 years, but they will destroy us. They've been trying, we've just been resisting. And now we have to come up with drastic measures. It ain't just about voting. It's about these pastors getting involved. It's about these elected officials getting involved. It's about the communities getting involved. It's about all of us. And until we understand that, we're going to keep going down this road.
Right.
Well, Bernard, I was told a long time ago, big bro, I was told a long time ago, if you're not at the table, you on the table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's it, boss. We together,
Yeah.
But when I had mentoring programs, I did a hell of a lot. But if I would have had government support, I could have did a hell of a lot more.
Right. I mean, it's no wrong. It's no wrong answer. We all agree. We all agree with everything. We all passionate about it. And I think Dr.
But you're
Rob,
right.
I think he had too much nut juice and.
No, but the thing, no, we're not gonna do that. But the thing, you're gonna run a program off of air doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry, I don't see that. You can't run something for free. It doesn't work like that.
But Bernard, but I will piggyback off of what Bernard said is true. That just because we can't run it off air doesn't mean we got to sit back and wait for government to give us either.
No, I'm not.
I do think that we need to be putting our feet to the plow and helping the one or two we can help too.
Yeah,
I do agree with you on that.
This is what I was responding to because I'm not going to be. I don't. Yeah. The conversation started off if we had more programs like Tiffany. In my mind, in order to have more programs like Tiffany, we got to put the right people in the seat. How do you put right people in the seat to control the narrative and to give us the funding?
Jay,
I mean, let's not make it more complex than what it is, and let's not call it what it's not. Because at the end of the day, if you don't want to, nobody got to go vote. Don't vote. But when you don't have resources, when you got things, and I give you a great example. We put more money into Bricks on Broughton than we did into mentoring programs. Yet we got a crime problem in Savannah. Come on with it.
That's correct,
yeah,
Robert.
But guess what? Robert. That is money that was voted on by a group of people that were elected by people. So I don't disagree with you there, brother.
You were elected.
But
that's correct.
What was you gonna say, Julius?
Y'all bringing it full circle. Jimmy J, you say one thing that you didn't get. You said that you got it with the free. What's your favorite word about free?
Free comes slow. Free comes slow. Bernard, free comes slow.
Yeah.
Free comes slow.
Yeah.
So it needs money.
So free comes slow, but Bernard, you still gotta have heart out there. But free comes slow. If I got 40 hours, my 40 hours, most of that's gonna be dedicated to what's taking care of my bills. Yeah. I'm sorry, that's just reality.
Go ahead, Tiffany.
And Jerome,
you know what? You can have all of the free programs in the world. You can have all of the programs. You can have all the programs in the world, but if you don't have parent involvement and you don't have parent accountability, I mean, and what? I mean, because you can only, these kids go to these programs for an hour, 2 hours, but they spend hours at home being influenced by their parents and the surroundings around them. So if your mama is bringing home the drug dealer that's teaching you how to be who you are, and what?
Sandra, how do you fix that? I keep asking you, how do you fix it?
You have to, first of all, you have to stop saying that. I mean, I don't ever feel like a drug dealer is an option for my loneliness. That's first and foremost, you know. And if we would stop glorifying certain behaviors and certain people in our society, you know, then we wouldn't have these people being brought to our houses. You know, I mean, that's just
Sandra.
That's just bad.
I think the greatest
What Jimmy
that's a good quote right there.
The worst influence that we have on these kids today is not a drug dealer. Mm-hmm. The worst influence that we have on these children today is rap music. They live and die by it. They're not scared to die. They're not scared of anything. They don't mind pulling the trigger. These kids are out of control, and until we can get a hold of that, we're in trouble.
I want to bring Tevin back on here. Julius and Tiffany or Tevin. Lil Durk, Lil Baby, they talk about it all the time. It's not like they want to go out here and do this stuff, but it goes back to what Jay talks about, economics. And when you break it down, and I didn't think about it like that in the first place.
Economics.
Chandra, what I think about all the time, because I'm not in these people's position, we talk about these mamas and they raising the children, all that. Think about a mom that got 3 jobs and got 2 kids at home and doing her damn best. We can't blame them for this problem. What you got to look at is why are they in that position in the first place? The system is set up for them to be in that position. So how do we change the system?
And it don't help when it don't help.
It be an argument.
And it don't help when elected leaders say it's the parents' fault when they're in them kind of situations.
It's a built-in system. So I'm not going to allow anybody to ever touch, especially not a woman of color, out here busting their behind to raise their children and putting them back. No. This is systematic. But yeah, we say that V word and turns into an argument. We got to wake up. Come on now.
My mom was a poor mom, but you know, she had my dad, but they were still poor people. But we were not out here just running the damn muck, you know. So no, I'm not going to buy into. I'm not going to buy into the fact that most poor people are just out here just doing all kind of craziness, because it's not the truth, Robert.
That's not what I said.
No, it's not.
We grew up poor, but we were able.
I know y'all got 3 minutes.
We knew what to do. We grew up with morals and values.
Yeah.
But you said a key word. Your mom's father was there to provide support. Everybody don't have that.
Tiffany, what you had?
And times have changed as well, you guys. And a lot of houses have young single mothers, young single fathers that are not together. Their mom is young, she's working, she's trying her best. She has to live in Section 8, she has to live in government housing, and therefore her son is in an environment that is not the environment that she would naturally choose for her. But when you go to a school, a technical college, and you're up for a job, and they see the white girl go, you don't get the job. So you're the CNA, but you have the same credentials as everyone else, and you get looked over. That's a thing. Like, there are so many mothers that are trying, who had great upbringing, who had a father in the home, who mama taught them right from wrong. And our children get lost in wanting to feel accepted, wanting to fit in, wanting to be more than what their situation is.
Yeah.
And we all know, as Black women and men, that it doesn't always work in our favor. So you turn to crime, you turn to drugs to cope, you turn to gangs to have a brotherhood to feel. So it's just,
we got about 1 minute, and we got a lot of great comments. You know, I got to take over, because if we go over that time, I won't be able to replay it.
You got the last word, man.
Y'all won't recognize the time.
All the way from the Savannah, though.
Hey, I'll come straight to your house. I'm coming.
I know where you live.
I know where you live.
But that's why we love this. We really, and we can give a shout to Julius. We're gonna kiss us behind the neck, Jay, so we can have this conversation. We can still enjoy each other.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah,
number love.
We would have had enough time if Julius wouldn't have came on here, but I'm gonna stop.
to tell Julius, Julius right on here. Julius, we do try to invite kids on the youngsters on this show, but we got to get better at doing it. I got a program that we're going to be trying to get out before the summer for young people, but they don't like to come on with old people, especially when we talk about Facebook. If it was Twitter or something, Instagram, they might be on a TikTok.
It was that Jay Jones and the old people.
Hey, Sonya.
We got to go.
I got less than a minute, y'all.
Hey, we're the prime example. Tell Mr. Brown we can all have disagreement. We don't have to leave the show.
Amen.
Exactly.
Amen. Touchdown. That's that we modeled tonight. Even though I'm gonna beat Chandra in spades.
Hey, I'm coming into town and I'm getting in touch with you.
Okay, you get in touch with all of us. Producer.
Hey, love y'all.
Love you guys.
Good night.
All right, y'all.
Producer fell asleep, dude.
Back that.